This video was created for you because it's about you. If your relationship with your partner is at the verge of separation, if you're questioning if you or your marriage can survive this crisis, maybe you're thinking of filing for divorce, or perhaps you're wondering what is the right thing to do, then this is for you. And here's why. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal to you a new counterintuitive way to instantly press pause to your separation and start taking the 3 steps needed to reignite your relationship in 30 days or less, without wasting your time and energy on long, drawn-out marriage counselling sessions, or having to try and fix it by getting into countless arguments with your partner, or having to resort to the dreaded divorce process. Even if you feel like you're on the brink of divorce, or stuck in the infinite loop of indecisiveness, changing your mind back and forth consistently, draining your energy. Maybe you just found out that your partner has been cheating on you, or maybe your partner has been sending revealing photos of themselves or sexting someone else late at night. Or maybe you just checked your partner's browsing history and came across porn sites of foreign women offering extra services online. And now you are broken. You probably have spent days or weeks wondering, if this is the type of person they want, then why did they marry me? Or who am I in a relationship with? Who is this person? Has a relationship been a complete lie the whole time? You're probably feeling anxious every time your partner wants to go out, or every time you hear the phone ring and messages beep. You can't help but feel that incredible urge to check those messages and see who are they from, or to know who is calling and why are they calling. And then there are times you probably find yourself feeling hopeless, as every thought in your mind and every inch of your soul revolves around this one question. Am I not good enough? Perhaps not attractive enough, sexual enough, successful enough, interesting enough. Am I not good enough? It's painful, and you're probably trying hard to get rid of the constant image flashes of your partner with somebody else. At times you can't stand the sight of them, but the very next moment, all the nostalgia, the feelings, and the emotions of the deep bond you once shared together flash back. And now you want them back again, so that you can feel safe. Maybe you have tried asking your partner, why? Why did you do this to me? Why? And most often, all you get to hear is, I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I didn't think of you and the children at the same time. I don't know why I risked losing everything, you and the family. I don't know why it started. I don't know why them. Or perhaps they don't even say anything back. They just stare blankly and coldly at nothing, which makes you feel even more frustrated and confused. The more you tried to talk, the worse things got. The distance between you just increased. This just drives your mind crazy, and you are yet again in this dilemma. How can I trust this person again? They can't even explain why they did it. They claim not to know the answer. But you know what? Deep inside, you have hope. A hope to reignite that lost spark in your relationship again. A hope to have a deep, fulfilling relationship that will not only transform your own life, but your entire family's lives. Can you feel that glimmer of hope inside you sometimes? If you have said yes, then this video is for you. If you're feeling completely stuck, confused, and finding it hard to get past the affair in your relationship, then you can't afford to miss this video. In fact, what I am about to share with you is your only way out, and this video is the only way to transform that hope into reality, because everything you have been trying so far are all lies that you've been told. The lies that have kept you stuck in cycles of disconnection, blame, and resentment. the lies you have been unknowingly following, which is destroying your relationship with every passing second. So take a deep breath, relax, and realize that by simply watching this quick video till the very end, you've already taken the first step towards building a warm, connected, deeply fulfilling relationship that transforms not only your own, but your entire family's lives. And in the next few minutes, you will know exactly how. But before that, let me reveal to you the 3 little-known lies that you've been told that will never let you fix your relationship after an affair. The big lie number 1 is that traditional marriage counselling is the only way to fix your marriage after an affair. Here's what I see, and you can probably relate to this too. You got sold to book a package with a counsellor without any structure or a plan with how they will help you. And before you know it, you've already spent $6,000 plus in counselling fees. The counsellor you have is a sweet person, but they didn't really give any real tools to help you move past the affair. You find yourself repeating the exact same conversation you've been having at home. All that time spent trying to discuss the problem aimlessly, being drained. And with all the travel into the city and commute, it almost felt like 100 hours of wasted time. Now, if you've just said yes, then you're not alone. Here's why. Most people offering marriage counselling are not trained marriage counsellors. Perhaps they are well trained in general counselling, but most of them just add marriage counselling to their profile, and they are certainly not trained in how to fix a relationship after an affair, or how to help someone understand their cheating, or how to heal from the pain of an affair and get the thoughts out of your head, the images out of your head, simply because most often they use general counselling tactics such as discussions about going over past events, just talking. But these tactics and techniques were never created to help a marriage in serious crisis. There is, in fact, a unique way to healing a marriage after an affair. It's a simple 3-step process that you can apply immediately to recover your marriage. And I'm going to reveal to you in the next few minutes what that is. But before that, let me reveal to you the big lie number 2. Time is the best healer. If you've been putting things off, burying your head in work or other distractions, hoping that your relationship will work out on its own, then I have bad news for you. If you're not willing to make the changes and take the necessary forward-focused steps to fixing things, all the negativity will bring your relationship down substantially. And before you know it, it may be too late to do anything about it. This is because all time does is pass. The longer it takes you to act against the perils in your relationship, the smaller chance you have of saving it. And that is why it is crucial that you put the wheels into motion and that you start working on saving your relationship, helping yourself right away before things get completely out of control. In fact, the process that I'm about to reveal to you will instantly heal your relationship from an affair in less than 30 days. Even if you are the only one trying to heal the relationship or stuck in this infinite loop of indecisiveness, going back and forward, unsure what to do. I'll get into this in a few minutes. But before that, here is the big lie number 3. You need to learn to communicate better about the affair. Ever try to discuss your way out to solve your relationship problems? You just end up getting fixated on the problems, dragging up the past events that happened months or years ago. And all this does is bring back the resentments, the negative thoughts from the past. The hurt, the anger, the sadness or disappointment, all the painful emotions resurface too. Listen, I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I do know this. We share the same story, and here's why. Unlike other relationship experts who come from a psychoanalytical textbook background, what I'm about to share with you are the core truths I have discovered. Not only from my very own personal experience of being cheated on, but also as a result of working with thousands of couples all over the world over a space of 15 years. For me, it all began as a mistake. After I found out my boyfriend had slept with a girl from work, the counsellor told me to focus on myself, which wasn't really very helpful because I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to change my focus and what focusing on myself meant. My self-esteem was at an all-time low. She didn't have any tools to help me get the images of the two of them together out of my head, or how to stop the flashbacks of the messages and the pictures I saw in their chats. She didn't know how to help him rebuild the trust and get him to open up as to what led him to do it. We were clueless on how to heal from it. The negative thoughts and questions running in my head were overwhelming. Did he no longer find me attractive? Is she better in bed? Does he prefer her body to mine? Is she more interesting? Am I in some way to blame for this? Will I ever be able to trust men again? Was our whole relationship fake and I just didn't see it? My heart felt tight and heavy. Waves of pain came and went, and I burst into tears at random times of the day. I loved him and hated him at the same time. I felt so angry that I couldn't focus on things I needed to get done. Every area of my life was suffering. It all felt so incredibly unfair. With all that being said, what I didn't need was the counsellor to make him feel worse or more guilty. He was a shell of himself, not coping well at all, which added an extra burden, worrying about him. He was making the best efforts he could to help me, but I just felt numb to them. Nor did I need him to apologise any more. He had done enough begging and pleading and apologising at home. The counsellor suggested that he did this in our sessions, but again, it wasn't helpful because 1, I needed actions, not words. 2, I needed a deeper explanation than he could give me. Sadly, that relationship, after 11 months of counselling, ended. Living through this and making plenty of my own relationship mistakes, I wanted to learn what the secret was. The secret to keeping love, passion, and happiness alive in a relationship. The secret to clearing out that horrible feeling of not feeling good enough. And I realised that the usual methods for marriage therapy were not working. I was convinced, working with thousands of couples over the last 15 years, that finally I had found the missing piece that traditional marriage counselling sessions will always fail to address. It is something that 99% of expert counsellors will never tell you. You won't find anything about this on Google. You won't hear about this on Facebook or YouTube. This is because it's a new counterintuitive way of helping couples recover after intimate, physical and emotional affairs. A method crafted specifically for marriages recovering from an affair. A method that will instantly press pause to your separation and reignite your marriage in 30 days or less. I call it the Release, Reset method. It's based on the core underlying nature of human behavioural psychology, and that is physiology precedes psychology. According to one of the most famous trauma experts, Dr. Gabor Mate, when people go through painful experiences, it causes a contraction in their body, where they disconnect from their body and self. What that means for you is, when you go through strong, emotionally challenging events, the events that make you feel threatened and unsafe, these get stored in your body. The feeling of shock, high stress that you go through causes an intensified alertness and an elevated level of awareness in your body, where you become hyper vigilant and unable to switch off from what has happened. You struggle with getting a good night's sleep. You almost lose your appetite. All of this takes a toll on your nervous system. You start feeling restless and anxious, which in turn leads to self-sabotaging actions and behaviours that completely destroys any chance of recovering from the sunken self-esteem, any chance of recovering your relationship from affairs and the heightened anxiety. This is because it's not the event that causes the trauma, but it's how the physical body responds to it. Many of us associate trauma with big, painful experiences, life-changing experiences. But actually, even the smallest events that have a strong emotional charge are stored as trauma in the body. And that is why it's absolutely crucial for you to know this. No amount of talk therapy can calm the nervous system that is needed for a relationship to thrive and work again after an affair. Unless you're able to unlock and clear the self-destructive thinking patterns that trigger your old ways of feeling and acting, you'll stay the same, stuck in the same state. For instance, if your shoulders are slumped, your back is hunched, and your core is out of alignment, the chances are you're not going to feel confident. But by simply straightening your posture, rolling your shoulders back, and holding your head up, you actually begin to feel and act more confident. In the same way, when it comes to saving your relationship after cheating, it all comes down to clearing the pain and the tension stored in the body so that you can breathe easily again, relax and reconnect back to the real you. This doesn't just apply to the person who has been cheated on, by the way. This is how the human body operates. We store our emotional pain in our body. This develops into our behaviour, and both form our beliefs. Eckhart Tolle, a renowned spiritual teacher and self-help author, talks about the idea of the pain body. It's basically an accumulation of the painful experiences that you've had throughout your life. And when you identify with the pain body, by letting it consume your mind, you're perpetuating its negativity even further. When it comes to relationships recovering from an affair, here is something that no one talks about. Most cheaters I've worked with, which is hundreds, don't cheat because they don't want to be with their partner or because they want to live a double life. It's because they too have past emotional struggles stored in the body that have led them to take destructive micro-actions. Sadly, marriage therapists focus on the triggers, like, what caused you to do it? I felt lonely or bored. Oh, we weren't having sex. We weren't getting along that well. I had stress from work. I was drunk. I needed a relief. Looking at the triggers is helpful, but not enough. Let's take the analogy of a gun. The trigger on the gun is such a tiny part of the weapon, right? It may have caused the explosion, problem behaviour of cheating to happen, but this won't prevent a cycle of cheating from happening again, because it's actually the whole gun that needs to be examined. It's not the tiny trigger, it's the ammunition and the construction inside a person. This method is about unpacking the gun, unplugging the bomb in a simple, effective way. It works every time because this is how we are built. So when it comes to recreating a deep, intimate connection and empowering communication with your partner, it starts with making the right micro shifts individually to clear the triggers and the root causes from the past, and then taking the right micro actions together as a couple. But here's the thing. Being able to take the right action begins with getting to the root cause of the problem. But hardly anyone can get there. Why? This is because of the repressed subconscious blocks caused by past trauma and hurt. No matter what you try to communicate, what actions you take, you will always find your way back to the never-ending loop of self-doubt, blame, and resentment. It's almost like trying to sail a ship tied down by an anchor. But when you're able to access these core subconscious blocks and release them, you start to clear the self-destructive thinking patterns that trigger you into a negative spin of emotional hurt and sabotaging behaviours, becoming free from those gripping low times. You'll start feeling good about yourself, and so does your partner, because when you release from the body, the thoughts and the beliefs will shift. What we think creates our reality. According to the latest data in neuroscience, Dr. Joe Dispenza states that the average person has 65,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and 90% of our thoughts are on repeat. Well, guess what? With empowered thoughts, we're able to release the chains of the past. And only then can we start taking the right consistent action needed to boost our own self-esteem and save a relationship. So it's releasing first, then resetting, which enables you to build back the lost connection to yourself and to your partner. That lost connection you once shared. Which means you're now able to navigate difficult conversations and express your emotions in a healthy way. You can finally start feeling understood again. You're finally able to trust each other fully. You begin to experience that sense of fulfillment and stability that was shattered. And you're finally able to reignite the lost intimacy as you rediscover your renewed passion and connection. That is why using the release reset method is your way out, just like it was my way out. And it didn't just work for me, it worked for others too. Ishelle was feeling the heaviness and helplessness when she came to see me. As you can read here from her review, she was stuck in a negative spiral, always analysing, always thinking about everything and everyone's opinion. She described herself being caught in a web of negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, behaviour, thoughts, loop. After doing the process, she was able to address these past events, which helped her lift the heaviness and helplessness, and she felt lighter and stronger and much more positive and aligned in just a few days. Christina found the process amazing after being cheated on and left by her husband Brian. After the process, she left feeling lighter and better about herself. She states, "In a matter of days, Nicola did what I was trying to do in 2 years of counselling." Her husband Brian did the cheater track also. He found the programme transformative, enlightening, well-structured and life-changing. He was able to understand his cheating behaviour and how this linked way back to his earlier years. With the follow-up material and support, he described the programme as being set up for success. And I want you to be next. That is why I've decided to put this method into a simple step-by-step system. A system that walks through the exact process of the release reset method. A system that you can fall back on any time you feel out of alignment in your relationship. I call this the Affair Recovery Program. A simple 3-step process that will assist you to get yourself and your relationship back on track and help you to feel alive again. Go from cycles of disconnection, blame, and resentment to a warm, connected, deeply fulfilling relationship. And here is how it works. We will walk through the 3 phases of the program, each having its own process on its own. Here is how it works. We will walk through the 3 phases of the program, each having a process on its own. Number 1, the betrayed breakthrough. A step-by-step personalised affair recovery track for the betrayed partner in the relationship. We will have a 3-session deep dive for the betrayed to release anxious, critical or painful thoughts so that you can feel like yourself again, free from self-doubt, lack of focus, resentment, hurt and overwhelm. You will regain your confidence, peace of mind and happiness so that you can make clear decisions and create empowering future goals that you feel 100% aligned with. 2, the cheater breakthrough. A step-by-step personalised affair recovery track for the partner who has cheated in the relationship. We will have a 3-session deep dive to support the cheater to understand their behaviour, to get to the root cause and clear out unwanted thoughts and habits. You will be confidently able to explain to your partner why you ended up doing it and what you will do instead if a similar situation comes up. You will discover healthy ways to handle common triggers like worry, stress, loneliness, boredom, and the urge to escape it. And then 3, the couple breakthrough. This step includes couple-focused joint sessions after the individual clearing tracks, the cheater breakthrough or the betrayed breakthrough would have taken place. As a couple, you will reconnect, rebuild trust and become closer than ever before by overcoming any past communication or other relationship issues effectively. Together with your partner, you will create a shared vision that is forward-focused, action-based and positive so that you can finally have a meaningful, long-lasting relationship. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot more that you will discover with this system in place. You will learn how to get over your past and finally get the comfortable closure you need to reignite your marriage in 30 days or less, even if you're the only one trying right now. Say goodbye to the sleepless nights. You'll be able to restore faith and loyalty in your relationship in just a few weeks. The 3-step affair recovery system will help unlock the root cause behind your partner's cheating behaviour so that you can be more at peace. Discover a simple communication restoration method to navigate difficult conversations and express your emotions in a healthy way so that you can feel understood again. Understand why even the best marriage counsellors only enjoy such a marginally low success rate of around 20%. Imagine if we held medical procedures to the same standards. It wouldn't be legal. And you'll have a 3-step simple system that completely eradicates cheating behaviours in your relationship by reinstating new sublingual commands in your subconscious. Say goodbye to self-sabotaging behaviours. And you'll also have the number 1 practical tool you'll ever need to get rid of the image flashes of your partner with somebody else or images of their messages they sent to each other. Reignite the lost intimacy and fix sexual challenges in your relationship by unlocking the 2 powerful mental blocks and mysteries about sex that you must know. And the secret hack to rebuilding trust with your partner. Say goodbye to the overwhelming doubts and having the same arguments repeatedly. And the best part? You don't even have to try to fix it by getting into countless arguments. You don't have to end up wasting your time and energy on long, drawn-out marriage counselling sessions. You don't have to resort to the dreaded divorce process. You will free yourself from the regret that you didn't even try. Listen, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to affair recovery, so it has to be tailored to your current situation. It must be tailored individually for you and for your partner, and then joint counselling. Most marriage saving and affair recovery guides available online are offering general advice made for the masses. But your relationship is completely different to other people's, which is why you get step-by-step individual sessions along with couple therapy sessions and support. This will ensure a well-rounded, holistic approach in reigniting your relationship. When you can start using the Affair Recovery Program, here is what you will get. The Affair Recovery Program is divided into 3 tracks: the Betrayed Breakthrough Track, the Cheater Breakthrough Track, Couples Relationship Transformation Track. Doing all 3 tracks gives the best result for long-lasting happiness and freedom from the past. Some will start with the Cheater Breakthrough first, others the Betrayed track, and many couples do them simultaneously at the same time with me before going on to do the Couples Transformation track. I'll now go through each track in a bit more detail, starting with the Betrayed Breakthrough track. The 3-step phases of the Betrayed Breakthrough Gateway focus on 1. Personal inventory phase. In this phase, together we will identify any unhealthy behavioural patterns which you notice occurring that you need to break free from so that you can restore a healthy bond with your partner. This is where we'll create a list of your thoughts, events and emotions that you want to release, especially the ones that keep you stuck in a mental loop of the same old negative thought patterns repeating over and over again. We will walk through my embedded trauma release method, where we will help you to free your mind from any stuck, unwanted pictures, images or memories that you have of their cheating, so that you can restore back that inner peace you long for. Starting from childhood all the way up to the present day, we will identify any unhelpful beliefs that you may be holding about yourself, your future, your relationships, and what you can accomplish. We will flush out any repetitive, critical or fear-based thoughts that drain your energy and affect your mood, that are affecting how you feel, behave and think. The second step is the release and reset phase. With the release reset method, you will clear all the unwanted and unhelpful beliefs that have sabotaged your relationship and self-esteem. We will work together to help you restore calmness, as you will start to feel calmer and more confident with every day passing. You will finally be able to trust yourself when it comes to making the right decisions in your relationship. We will also clear the self-destructive thinking patterns that make you feel lost, drained and overwhelmed, leading to immense anxiety over where your partner is and what they are doing. Say goodbye to those sleepless nights and appetite changes. You will also release any negative, intrusive thoughts that can come up at any point and lower your mood and still your peace, so that you can feel happy again, even if it feels like you're the one that's doing all the effort. And using my release reset method, you'll be able to get rid of any resentment towards yourself or others, get rid of any concerns and insecurities about the future affecting you now, so that you can start to feel hopeful, lighter and self-assured, free from the burdens of the past. And then step 3 is the redefine phase. Discover the ways to maintain high self-esteem and a healthy lifestyle so that you can focus on your family, work and partner. You will feel free from the shackles of the past because you now have a long-lasting, calm, confident and supportive mindset. We will create daily and weekly positive habits tailored to you so that you can keep up your happiness by becoming the most confident version of yourself, where you can start to feel good about your present day life. We will help you define your top 5 goals aligned to your core happiness for the next 1 to 10 years, helping you regain a fulfilling vision of your future that makes you feel driven, motivated and excited again. We will map out the actions to get there, leaving you with a profound sense of new focus, direction, where you can start attracting new positive experiences into your life. So that's the Betrayed track. And now I'll introduce the cheater breakthrough track. The 3-step phases of the cheater breakthrough gateway focus on the personal inventory phase. This is where we'll walk through my embedded behaviour release method, where we dive deep into identifying the behaviours that cause cheating so that you can communicate it clearly to your partner, restoring back the lost trust and closeness that you once shared. We will also help you to identify the exact triggers and the root cause behind your cheating behaviours so that you can finally let go of old cheating patterns and become loyal again. Starting from childhood all the way up to the present day, we will identify unhelpful beliefs that may be holding you back. Unhelpful beliefs about yourself, about the future, your relationships, and what you can accomplish. Together we will identify any other unhealthy behavioural patterns that you notice occurring that you want to break free from, so that you can restore a healthy bond and trust with your partner. We will flush out any repetitive, critical or fear-based thoughts that drain your energy and affect your mood, that affect how you feel, how you behave and how you think right now. Step 2 is the release reset phase. With the release reset method, you will clear all the unwanted and unhelpful beliefs that have sabotaged your relationship and self-esteem. We will work together to help you restore calmness, as you will start to feel calmer and more confident with every day passing. You will finally be able to trust yourself when it comes to making the right decisions in your relationship. We will also clear the self-destructive thinking patterns that will trigger your old ways of acting so that you can take the right actions and rebuild trust with your partner. Together we will work on reinstating the sublingual commands in your subconscious mind that will completely eradicate any cheating behaviours in your relationship. Say goodbye to the feelings of not being good enough and self-sabotage. You will get rid of the self-guilt and the low self-esteem thinking patterns that push you back to the cheating behaviours as a means of escape, so that you can break free from the cycle of cheating and any other compulsive, unhealthy habits. You will release the negative, intrusive thoughts that can come up at any point and lower your mood, so that you can have peace and happiness again, even if you're the only one trying. Using the release reset method, you'll be able to let go of any resentment towards yourself and others. Get rid of any concerns and insecurities about the future affecting you now, so that you can start feeling hopeful, lighter and self-assured, free from the burdens of the past. Step 3 is the redefine phase. Discover ways to maintain your self-esteem and a healthy lifestyle so that you can focus on your partner, family and work. We will focus on how to rebuild trust with your partner, how to help them through your cheating, as well as how to explain what you have discovered in phases 1 and 2 about why you've cheated, installing confidence in them that they can trust you. You will finally free yourself from the shackles of the past because now you have a calm, confident and supportive mindset to be able to be there for your loved ones when they need you. We will create daily and weekly positive habits tailored to you so that you can keep up your happiness by becoming your most confident self as you start feeling good about your present day life. We will help you to define your top 5 goals aligned to your core happiness for the next 1 to 10 years, helping you regain a fulfilling vision of your future that makes you feel driven again. We will map out the actions to get there, leaving you with a profound new sense of focus and direction as you start to attract new positive experiences into your life. Now I've spoken about the betrayed breakthrough track and the cheater breakthrough track, let me introduce the couple relationship transformation track. This has 4 phases. The first phase is the pair rebond reignition phase. We will work together to map out specific actions to bring you closer, rebuild trust, love, and deepen your connection with your partner. Any problems will be discussed individually first, and then I will share different solutions that have worked for other couples. We will then create a customized plan for lasting change in your relationship as a couple, with actions. The second phase is the couple resentment buster phase. We will work together on clearing resentments caused to negative behaviours in your relationship, such as anger-fueled disagreements, or times where you felt, I'm not supported, where they haven't had your back, or times where harsh comments have been made by your partner that have caused you to feel less about yourself, or any times where you felt disrespected, neglected, or unappreciated. You will discover a simple release method to release the negative triggers that drive the negative self-destructive behaviours, a release method to release defensive communication patterns as a couple. Together we will apply the reset method to replace those negative trigger-based actions to love-driven actions, so that you can let go of the resentment and free yourself from the emotional burden and agitation and frustration. The third phase is the communication restoration phase. You will apply the communication restoration method, which will rebuild trust, restore back confidence, safety, and security in the relationship. Many people underestimate the importance of emotional safety in communicating, and this is why this step is so important. We will work together to help you stop any patterns of bickering, silent treatment, shutting down, repeating the past, hurtful words, angry outbursts, and playing the blame game. You will be able to apply the 29 communication principles so that you are able to communicate peacefully in a direction that moves you and your relationship forward. We'll also cover the avoidant eliminator. The avoidant eliminator will help you to stop holding back your emotions so that you can express yourself with 100% authenticity. Rather than distance and confusion by repressing your emotions and staying silent, you will instead express and feel acknowledged, understood, and develop empathy towards one another that can help resolve any arguments. And then the fourth phase is the core alignment phase. We will dive deep into what a life well lived looks like to you each, what you value most, what you want to accomplish and experience in the future as individuals. Couples that are the happiest support each other to be the best version of themselves, and then they also have shared visions and shared goals. So together we'll also explore your shared goals, your shared dreams and values for your future together, so that you can bring a fulfilling vision of your future again to the forefront, one that brings closeness and excitement. You'll also be able to align your deepest desires and to find a common purpose together so that you can become the united dream team. Don't just take my word for it. Check out what these couples have to say. Kari reached out to me because she wanted to give her marriage one last shot. They felt it was important for them to both work on themselves, and so they did the individual tracks separately first, and then we met together. After the sessions, Kari felt free from the anxiety, fear, hurt, and so on. She says that she felt literally reborn, with no damage, and her husband felt the same, that their marriage is renewed. Jarad did the process after cheating on his partner, whom he really loved. Before he came to me, he was not able to explain to her why he did it and where his behaviour come from. After the process, he was able to see how his traumatic childhood and stress from that created destructive behaviours and low self-esteem that led him to cheat. It was important for him to have this insight so that he could break free from the self-sabotaging behaviours that led him to seek attention from women. Justin found that traditional marriage counselling was moving him further away from where he wanted to be. After the programme, he felt better, the stress levels reduced, and his relationship improved. Now you have a solution, but that solution comes with a choice. The choice to either ignore everything I just told you and continue taking the hard path in your relationship and going through the cycles of disconnection, blame, resentment, not feeling good enough, or hoping eventually that in years to come you might just be able to find a fulfilling relationship, have a fulfilling relationship. Or you can choose to take everything I just showed you and use the Affair Recovery Program to experience a warm, connected, deeply fulfilling marriage. But I can't make this decision for you. All I can do is show you the way. The choice is yours and only yours to make. But choose carefully, because the decision that you make right now is going to decide the rest of your life. Because it's a decision that has the power to set you free, one that you will look back on and realise that this very moment, this moment right here, right now, was the moment that changed everything for you. How would it make you feel when deep down in your soul, knowing that you will regret that you never tried, a regret that you missed out on having that deep, fulfilling, passionate, loving, connected relationship where you felt understood, wanted, cared for and respected? Now imagine how it would feel to finally end those lonely nights spent sleeping separately or tossing and turning next to each other, waking up feeling anxious. What would it be like when you're able to rebuild the lost trust in your relationship as you feel closer than ever before? How would it feel to reignite that lost intimacy? When you rediscover your renewed passion and connection, the way you felt when you dated right at the beginning, you will finally be able to release your fears, find joy and peace again. Now listen, if you feel that this is not right for you, then please move on. I don't need to convince you how important your health and relationship is. But if you're really ready to take action to improve your well-being and your marriage, then I can help you with the tools to do that. Right now is your chance to get access to the pathway to a fulfilling, loving, close relationship. See that button right under this video? All you have to do is click on it. That button is your way out, because the moment you click on it is the moment you choose to make that decision. Hit that button and realise that click is the only thing standing between you and the knowledge you need to recover your marriage from an affair. Hit that button and realise that that click is the only thing standing between you and everything you wanted in life. Hit that button and realise that click is the only thing standing between you and having the clarity you need to make important life decisions about your future. With clarity comes a sense of joy and fulfillment, of being in a relationship you've always wanted. Hit that button and set yourself free, and I'll see you on the other side.